People reach out to me, individuals and couples, all the time, and they say, what we need is better communication. And they're looking for communication skills. And there are lots of great ones. Perhaps you've heard of some of them. Start your sentences with I, don't be defensive. The list goes on. And I could teach you a whole bunch of really great communication skills, but here's the thing. Communication skills are not what you necessarily need to have your best relationship. And in this video, I'm going to share with you why. My name's Dr. Genevieve Cadell of MyBestRelationship.com, and I help entrepreneurs create their best relationships without sacrificing their businesses. Now, let's talk communication. Now, communication skills are all well and good, and there's a whole bunch of them that anyone in an already strong or, okay relationship or marriage can use to help communicate with each other and, keep those communication skills strong. All well and good. But here's the thing. When you're at the point where you're ready to reach out for outside professional help, communication skills are not necessarily what you need. Why is that? And what I'm going to do is trace it back to love and what love is. Love is essentially an emotional connection. And the better off we are in love, that means we have a much stronger emotional connection. And you can't necessarily communicate skill your way into a stronger connection. And let me explain to you why. When couples are in distress with each other, that connection that they have is tense, it's not really strong, it's in jeopardy. And what happens to our brains is that essentially a primal panic turns on in our brains. That's what neuroscientists use to refer to what happens to our brains. So our neural systems really go haywire. And what that means is we become flooded with this kind of fight or flight response to any kind of danger that might happen, because we are wired to connect with each other, and when that connection is threatened, it's almost like we go into survival mode. So when my system is flooded with all kinds of stress hormones and, I'm in peril and, I can't think straight, right? The frontal lobes of your brain, the more sophisticated logical part of your brain kind of gets thrown out the window. So all the communication skills in the world aren't necessarily going to help you when you're basically grasping at straws just to survive, right? Couples talk all the time about how when they can't reach each other, when they can't connect with each other, it's like they're using life and death metaphors, right? They're drowning, they're falling off a cliff, they're in sand, deep quicksand, just sinking, right? And so saying, well, I feel like, XYZ isn't necessarily going to be what you need when you feel like your whole world is collapsing. So what's the trick then, right? That's the million-dollar question. The trick is that you need to restore that connection. And what that means is being able to emotionally regulate yourself so that you can really calm down and communicate with your partner from a deeper emotional level. So a really emotional awareness is one of the first keys that you need to be able to reconnect with your partner. And emotional awareness, and you need to be able to take a risk and kind of go to that deeper emotional level where maybe you do feel like your world is colliding, right? And sometimes when we get into that primal panic kind of state, we don't often recognize it or realize it, because this is kind of new information that we need each other to survive. And so many people disown these needs. Many people, either get angry and blow up, or they might shut down and act like it doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, it matters. And whether you explode or shut down, your heart rate is up, your system is physiologically stressed out. The same thing happens for all of us when we can't connect to the people that we need the most. So the trick is to really slow things down and to recognize, oh my gosh, I feel disconnected from you. This is really hard. And to be able to say that in a way that's authentic to you, right? So if that means saying, when you don't put XYZ away, it makes me feel unimportant, and it's really scary for me because how am I going to depend on you when I really need you? That kind of thing, right? It's a lot easier said than done, but all the communication skills in the world kind of go out the window when you're in like this, your brain is going haywire and you feel like you can't reach your other half. So I hope that makes sense. Reach out to me if you have questions or comments. Couples get caught in really destructive patterns as a result of not being able to do this. And these patterns can kind of wear the groove down even more over time, so they become stronger and stronger and more ingrained, and that makes it really hard for couples to reach each other at all. I'm going to post a link to an article about those patterns below so that you can see if you fall into one of those patterns, and I'd love to hear from you. So just, reach out to me, Genevieve at mybestrelationship.com, if you have any questions or concerns. Thanks for watching, and sometime I'll come at you with all the best communication skills in the world too, because there's place for them, but they're really not the Shangri-La of what's going to get you to your best relationship. All right, take care. Cheers to thriving in business and love, and thank you for watching.